हम आज प्राइवेट डिफेंस से शुरुआत करेंगे। प्राइवेट डिफेंस एक ऐसा कंसेप्ट है जो रिलेटिवली काफी इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, क्योंकि इस पे पैसेजेस बन सकते हैं और इस पे क्वेश्चंस बिल्कुल क्लैट की स्कीम के अकॉर्डिंग डिराइव बनाए जा सकते हैं, ठीक है। लेकिन ये उतना इजी नहीं है। राइट ऑफ प्राइवेट डिफेंस इज समथिंग पीपल अज्यूम मोर देन व्हाट इट इज, ठीक है। जितना वो है उससे ज्यादा लोग अज्यूम कर लेते हैं, ठीक है। तो अगर किसी ने तुम्हें थप्पड़ मार दिया और तुमने उसके सर पे डंडा मार दिया तो तुम कहोगे मैं तो प्राइवेट डिफेंस इस्तेमाल कर रहा था जी। तो ऐसे नहीं चलता है। प्राइवेट डिफेंस बहुत ही लिमिटेड राइट है, सर्टेन सिचुएशंस में एप्लीकेबल है। तो कहाँ कहाँ एप्लीकेबल है, कैसे हमें मिलता है, कौन से फसेट्स में दिया जाता है, किसके अगेंस्ट दिया जाता है, कहाँ से शुरू होता है, कहाँ खत्म होता है, प्राइवेट डिफेंस को पूरा डिकंस्ट्रक्ट कर देंगे, शुरू से लेकर एंड तक सब समझ लेंगे, एकदम होशियार बन जाएंगे, राइट। So let's start, everyone. Oh, it's raining heavily in Lucknow. Lucknow is one of my favorite cities. I spent a lot of time in Lucknow. Like not this, I spent the prime time of my life in Lucknow. So that's why it is very close to my heart. मॉक में मार्क्स नहीं आ रहे लीगल सेक्शन में। हंसा, do you understand why you're making the mistakes? मार्क्स नहीं आ रहे हैं आपके, ये बहुत ही परेशानी वाली बात है। बट क्या आप समझ पा रहे हैं कि मार्क्स आ क्यों नहीं रहे हैं? Have you identified the problem, like the underlying cause of not being able to score in your marks? There is always a problem, है ना? Whenever you are stuck in life or in a test, there is always a problem. As soon as you identify the problem, you are done being stuck. You will move forward because you will be able to remove the problem. So the first and foremost step is to identify what is it that you are lacking. Are you not clear with your concepts? What is it that you are not doing? Do you read passages very slowly? Do you not arrive at the correct answers? Are you making mistakes on the basis of being, rushing into the paper, or because you do not understand the concept well? What is it exactly? You need to understand that, and based on that you can proceed. Hansa, you need to identify where you are lacking. Okay. How to analyze legal section? You can only do 6 passages. Okay, so you are lacking in reading. So what you can do is continue practicing. Yeah, that is the only way out. Continue practicing. 6 passages, 40 minutes is too long. Paper छूट जाएगा भाई, बिल्कुल छूट जाएगा. तो पैसेजेस करते रहो. लीगल सेक्शन में अगर ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहे हो तो लीगल सेक्शन को सॉल्व करने की इंटेंसिटी बढ़ा दो. अगर 2 पैसेजेस कर रहे थे तो 5 पे आ जाओ, 6 पे आ जाओ. जितने पैसेजेस कर सकते हो एक दिन में उतने करो, और अपने आप ही ये रीडिंग की जो प्रॉब्लम है ये सॉल्व होने लगेगी. तुम अपना जो प्रॉब्लम है उसे रिमूव कर लोगे. इज दिस series enough for understanding the concept? Well, there is nothing that you can really call enough. Okay, there is nothing in life which would ever cater to your needs 100%. There would always be something remaining, but this helps you a lot. Like, this will give you a lot of information on a lot of concepts, and based on that you can decide what is it that you need to study more. So along with the fact that we are teaching you the concepts, we will also tell you what other concepts you need to understand. So if it is not covered here, you can cover them on your own. 75% accuracy, 45 minutes. What to do? Like I told Hansa, identify the problem. Why are you making a mistake? क्या दिक्कत आ रही है? रीडिंग में कमी है, किस चीज में कमी है? आइडेंटिफाई करो, दूर करो. You're scoring 20 to 25 in marks in legal sections. How to improve? Same advice everyone. ठीक है, उमेर, अदिति, हंसा, एक ही प्रॉब्लम है. क्वेश्चन का फ्रेमिंग अलग है लेकिन प्रॉब्लम एक ही है. प्रॉब्लम समझो, प्रॉब्लम को आइडेंटिफाई करो और प्रॉब्लम को रिमूव करने की कोशिश करो. पहले तुम देखो कि तुम्हें दिक्कत क्या आ रही है. जैसे हंसा ने कहा कि वो रीडिंग में कमी है उसकी, वो धीरे रीड करती है इस वजह से पीछे. उसी तरह से तुम भी पहचानो कि तुम क्यों पीछे हो, और फिर तुम मुझसे पूछो कि मैम इस वजह से कमी है, तो मैं तुम्हें बताऊंगी कि उस प्रॉब्लम को कैसे डील करना है. if you're good in reading but you get confused, that means you're not focused. You need to read more carefully. Madhuri. Upasna, you have to balance between time and accuracy both. This is something that will happen in When will you take classes on constitution? I will cover every subject. Today I'm covering private defense. Maybe in the next class I'll cover constitution. You never know. Stay tuned. Watch all the lectures. It will cover every subject. Yes. Reading problem, there is only one solution. Read. Practice your reading. Okay. We'll deal with your problems. Let us start with the session first. पहले पढ़ाई कर लेते हैं. उसके बाद प्रॉब्लम्स को भी डिस्कस कर लेंगे. Okay. Now, what exactly is private defense? Everybody knows what Article 21 is, right? Can anybody tell me what Article 21 is? Article 21, our favorite article. In fact, everybody's favorite article. Too much scope of interpretation. You can include anything imaginable in this. ठीक है, ये बिल्कुल माँ के आंचल की तरह है, सब कुछ कवर कर सकते, everything. It is like a mother, right? So Article 21, what is it? Can somebody tell me? Right to privacy? Not really. It is one of the aspects of the article. Right to life and liberty. Yes. So it is right to life and personal liberty. है ना? Right to life and personal liberty का क्या मतलब है? You have a right to live your life freely, and you have a right to enjoy your personal liberty. Now, if you have a right to live your life freely, what does that mean? It covers everything. Everything. If you want to live freely, you have to feel safe. You have to feel that your body is safe. You have to feel that your property is safe. Right? अगर तुम freely रहना चाहते हो, secure life जीना चाहते हो, तो जरूरी है कि तुम्हारे मन में एक सेंस ऑफ सिक्योरिटी हो कि भाई हाँ मैं सेफ हूँ, मेरी बॉडी सेफ है, कोई कल को आके मुझसे मेरा अंगूठा मांग के नहीं ले जाएगा द्रोणाचार्य की तरह, मुझे नहीं देने की जरूरत है. ठीक है, क्योंकि आर्टिकल 21 मुझसे कहता है भैया अंगूठा मत देना, तो मैं ये कर सकता हूँ. कोई मुझे ऐसे अचानक से अटैक कर देगा, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. लॉ बैठा है मुझे प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए, राइट? तो ये हर चीज में आपके पास लिबर्टी है अपनी बॉडी को सिक्योर करने की, प्रोटेक्ट करने की, क्योंकि आर्टिकल 21 आपको ये राइट देता है. आपके पास राइट है अगर उसके खिलाफ कोई अटैक है, उसके खिलाफ अपने आप को डिफेंड करने का. इंडियन पीनल कोड कुछ सिचुएशंस को रिकॉग्नाइज करता है जहां पे एक्शन कंपलसरी हो जाता है. आर्टिकल 21 उस एक्शन को कंपलसरी और जस्टिफाई कर देता है. एक आदमी तुम्हारे सामने एक बहुत ही डेंजरस वेपन लेकर बढ़ रहा है. He has a what is bhala called in English? I don't know what's a bhala called in English. ठीक है, तो you don't understand Hindi? Okay, I'll convert it into English, all of it. So let's say that a man is running with a sword. Okay, a man is running towards you with a sword. Please tell do or die. What? What do you mean do and die? Yes, so a man is running towards you with a sword in his hand. Now everybody understands that, not javelin, spear, very good, spear. So let's change it to spear. Spear is more lethal. Okay, so a man is running with a spear towards you, and you know that if he hits you, you are going to die, or you're going to be hurt grievously. It will affect you fatally. Okay, so in order to defend yourself, in order to protect yourself, you can counter the attack. You can counter the attack, and Article 21 gives you that permission. So private defense is basically a situation or a transaction wherein while countering the attack, you end up hurting another person, which in ordinary situation, it is a do or die topic. It is one of the topic. I am covering those topics only. This is one of the do or die topics. Do worry. Okay. Yeah. So if B is running, I get it. I am doing the most important topics for legal. Yes, I am. Now, if B has a spear in his hand, you know that he is going to hurt you or kill you. And in order to save yourself, you hurt him instead so that he cannot hurt you. Now, in an ordinary situation, if you hurt another person, it is a crime. It is a full-fledged crime for which you will be punished. But in a situation like this, where you are not trying to hurt him, you are only saving yourself, law will not punish you. Law, in fact, will deem your act as justifiable and you will be exempted. You will not be punished. This entire process is called self-defense. This entire process is called self-defense. Whatever situation you have regarding your score and your mock, I will deal with all those problems towards the end, if that's okay. Let us first complete the topic. That is also important. You want to study too, right? You have to study too. So let's complete the concepts first and then we can move over to your personal grievances. I'll open a tribunal right here. Okay, so this entire process is called self-defense. I'm translating it in Hindi, guys. People who do not understand Hindi, I'm not adding anything new. I'm only translating what I already said right now. तो अगर एक आदमी तुम्हारे तरफ भाग रहा है एक डेंजरस वेपन लेके और तुम्हें पता है कि तुम्हें चोट लग जाएगी अगर तुमने खुद को नहीं बचाया और अपने आप को बचाने के प्रोसेस पे अगर तुम उस आदमी को ही हर्ट कर देते हो तो तुम्हें पनिशमेंट नहीं मिलेगा क्योंकि लॉ तुम्हें अपने आप को बचाने की अपने आप को प्रोटेक्टेड रखने की परमिशन देता है. ऑर्डिनरी सिचुएशन में अगर तुम किसी को चोट पहुंचाते हो हर्ट करते हो तो तुम्हें सजा मिलेगी. क्रिमिनल लॉ तुम्हें परेशान कर देगा, कोर्ट कचहरी के चक्कर लगवा देगा, जेल में डाल देगा. लेकिन यहाँ पे लॉ समझेगा कि भाई वो बेचारा आदमी अपने आप को बचा ही तो रहा था. अगर वो अपने आप को नहीं बचाता तो चोट लग जाती, मर जाता बेचारा. कौन नहीं बचाएगा अपने आप को? तो उसने जो किया एक बहुत ही रीजनेबल जस्टिफिएबल एक्ट है, उसको पनिश मत करो प्लीज, बेचारे को पनिश मत करो. एंड दिस एंटायर थिंग इज कॉल्ड सेल्फ डिफेंस और द राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस. Right to private defense is given to you in Indian Penal Code. Section 96 till 106 covers it. Okay, the right is embodied in this part. There are about 9 to how many 10 sections, about 10 sections given just for private defense. So different facets wherein how you can exercise the right, what is the scope of the exercising of the right, how much can you exercise it, where do you have to draw a line, where do you have to stop yourself. Everything is given in these 10 sections. It covers protection of both body and property. Okay, like I said, you have a right to defend, you have a right to protect yourself, you have a right to protect your property. In fact, the right extends to protecting somebody else also. If you see a crime happening, if you see somebody getting attacked, if you see somebody getting raped or robbed, you have a right to protect them also. So self-defense doesn't just extend to you protecting yourself, it also extends to protecting somebody else. You can do it, that is also justified. Got it? So if you are doing a moral act wherein you are trying to save somebody from the attack, law will regard your act as self-defense. A bona fide self-defense, not defending the self, but defending the self of another. Everything will happen. Don't worry. Dheere, 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 dheere. Got it? Yes. Now, what are the principles on which the right to self-defense is based? It is based on two different principles. Everyone has a right to private defense of his own property and body and other body and property. Right of private defense is not applicable to the cases where the accused himself is an aggressive party. राइट टू प्राइवेट डिफेंस दो प्रिंसिपल पे बेस्ड है आईपीसी में. पहला प्रिंसिपल, हर आदमी अपने आप को और अपनी प्रॉपर्टी को डिफेंड कर सकता है या किसी दूसरे को या दूसरे की प्रॉपर्टी को डिफेंड कर सकता है. लेकिन प्राइवेट डिफेंस उसी कैटेगरी में या उसी आदमी पर अप्लाई होता है जो विक्टिम है, जिसपे अटैक हो रहा था. द पर्सन who is claiming defense can only claim defense when he was the one getting attacked. If he was the one attacking, then he cannot claim private defense. The classic example is, let's say there is a person who is trying to rape a woman. Now, that woman, in order to save herself, picks up a weapon. She picks up a pistol and she's about to shoot that man. Now, that man, to save himself, throws something towards that woman. That thing hits that woman in the head. She falls down and dies. I'll repeat. एक आदमी एक लेडी को रेप करने चला है. वो लेडी अपने आप को बचाने के लिए पिस्टल उठा लेती है. अब वो आदमी अपने आप को बचाने के लिए, रेपिस्ट जो था, ये अपने आप को बचाने के लिए, क्योंकि इसके ऊपर पिस्टल पॉइंटेड है, कुछ फेंक के मारता है उस लेडी की तरफ. उसके सर में जो चोट लग जाती है, वो गिर जाती है, वो मर जाती है. अब यहाँ पे this rapist is claiming private defense. Do you think it should be given to him? Yes or no? Just a yes or no answer. Do you think it should be given to him? Yeah, it was good. I'll use it right now. You remember that example? It should not be given to him. Why? Because he was the aggressor himself. He was the one who started the entire crime. Absolutely not. Exactly. So this is where you draw the line. Now the first rule to remember is defense is only available to the person getting attacked, not the attacker himself. You can only defend yourself against an attack, and you can save yourself, defend yourself when there was a justified means. The intention was only to save. You were the victim right from the start. तुम शुरू से ही victim थी, तभी तुम सेल्फ डिफेंस को क्लेम कर सकते हो, वरना तुम नहीं कर सकते. अगर तुम अटैकर थे और बाद में किसी वजह से, किसी टर्न ऑफ टेबल से, किसी मिरेकल से विक्टिम बन गए, तो तुम सेल्फ डिफेंस नहीं ले सकते. तुम क्रिमिनल ही रहोगे. तुमने ही अटैक शुरू किया था, तुम ही पार्टी हो जिसने सब कुछ गड़बड़ की, तो तुमको लॉ हेल्प नहीं करेगा. लेकिन अगर तुम विक्टिम थे शुरू से, राइट फ्रॉम द स्क्रैच, तो तुम सेल्फ डिफेंस ले लो. बिल्कुल, लॉ तुम्हें इम्यूनिटी दे रहा है, बचा लो खुद को और सजा भी नहीं मिलेगी. It is exactly like plaintiff is the wrongdoer. Very good. Very good. It is exactly like plaintiff the wrongdoer. So you have to come to the court with clean hands. That is what the principle is. If you're approaching the court, make sure that you're not guilty yourself. You were absolutely right in the first place. You were always the victim. The only thing that you did was save yourself. You did not initiate anything. You did not start anything. You were not a criminal. आप बिल्कुल साफ सुथरे हैं, बिल्कुल संत महात्मा बनके कोर्ट पहुंचे. माय लॉर्ड, मैं अपने आप को बचा रहा था, मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, मैं तो घर जा रहा था, अचानक से मेरे ऊपर पीठ पे कूद गया, और मैं क्या करता? मतलब अचानक से कोई आदमी आप पे जंप कर देगा और आपको मारने लगेगा, नहीं वॉलेट दो, तो मैं क्या करूंगा? बचाऊंगा ना खुद को. तो मैंने फेंक दिया उसको, चोट लग गई उसे. यहाँ पे तुम सेल्फ डिफेंस क्लेम कर सकते हो. अब तुमने फेंक दिया एक आदमी को और तुम उसे मारने के लिए दौड़े, और वो अपने आप को बचाने के लिए तुम्हें मारने लगा, तो यहाँ पे सेल्फ डिफेंस खत्म हो जाए. राइट? ओके. Everybody clear? Is there any doubt whatsoever? Is there any doubt whatsoever? Should we move? चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. अब शुरुआत होती है 96 से, right? So 96 tells you that you have a right to private defense. Okay. And right, 97 tells you that everybody has a right to private defense of body and property, and everybody can exercise this right against himself or in favor of somebody else. लेकिन इस right को आप एक certain limitation में ही exercise कर सकते हैं. You can exercise it within a certain framework. If you go beyond that framework, which is given in section 99, you cannot claim the defense. Now, what exactly is the framework? Consider or try to understand. there are facets that are given in 99. Let's say that you have a right to personal liberty also. BS, I'm coming to everything, but give me time. शुरू से ही शुरू करूंगी ना. अब अगर पनीर बना रही हूँ तो कढ़ाई में पहले पनीर डाल दूंगी क्या? पहले ऑयल डलेगा, फिर मसाले डलेंगे, फिर there's a recipe. You have to follow the recipe, ma'am. Okay. Oh my God, what is happening? Right. So yes, where was I? 99. So I was saying that you can exercise the right to private defense, but you can only exercise it within a framework. And the framework is given in section 99. Now this is very important. Listen to me very, very carefully. This is where the question would come from. Okay. So I'm not saying that a question would come 100%, but if it comes, it will be from this only. तो जो passage आ जाएगा, लेकिन passage में एक question इसी premise पर होगा. अब now 99 says that let's assume that there is a police officer A, you are B. Okay. Now this police officer comes to your place to arrest you. Got it? Rohan will block you, will report you. Please do not harass my student. Final warning. Team, can you block this guy, please? Can somebody block him, please? What is happening? Yes. Done. He won't bother you, don't worry. Anybody harassing my students, boy or girl, I will not stay shut. We have the means to take severe steps against you. YouTube allows us to access your accounts. We will do it. Please, please do not harass any female student. Riya, don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. Focus on the class. Yes. So A comes to arrest B. Okay. A is a police officer. He comes to arrest B. Now he has a warrant. वो arrest करने आ रहा है, लेकिन warrant के साथ आ रहा है. Now since he is coming with a warrant, he definitely has a legal authority to do so. Now arresting is basically curtailing personal liberty, isn't it? If a person is taken into custody, he is put behind bars, it is sort of a violation of Article 21 because your personal liberty is curtailed. Now, Article 21 gives you personal liberty, but it also tells you, it also allows curtailment of that liberty if the procedure is followed. The procedure that law gives. So if a person is following the procedure established by law, then personal liberty can be restricted. Article 21 allows this. Now if A is coming to arrest B, he is exercising his lawful power. Got it? He is exercising his lawful power. Now B is immediately resisting the arrest. How? He starts hitting A. He starts hitting A. ऑर्डिनरी सिचुएशन में अगर एक आदमी तुम्हें कस्टडी में लेकर जाता है, जबरदस्ती खींच के तुम्हें कमरे में बंद कर रहा है, तो तुम प्राइवेट डिफेंस एक्सरसाइज कर सकते हो, बिल्कुल कर सकते हो. लेकिन अगर एक लॉफुल सर्वेंट तुम्हें अरेस्ट कर रहा है, लॉफुल अथॉरिटी के साथ अरेस्ट कर रहा है, और तुम उसको मारने लग जाते हो, मैं नहीं जाऊंगा, और तुमने उठा लिया एक डंडा, ठीक है, यू पिक अप अ लाठी, यू पिक अप अ अच्छा wooden strong lathi and you start hitting this poor police officer who was just doing his duty. Now in this situation, if you are put behind the bars for hitting a public official, you cannot claim self-defense for the reason that you were not within the framework. Now what do we gather from this? You cannot exercise self-defense against a lawful act. Do you understand? If there is an act which is sanctioned by law, you cannot defend against that act. Defense is available only against an act which is unlawful. This is the first facet. सेल्फ डिफेंस कर सकते हैं आप, बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं. अपने आप को बचाइए, अपने घर वालों को बचाइए, घर को बचाइए, वॉलेट को बचाइए, जिसे बचाने बचाइए, बिल्कुल एकदम शक्तिमान बन जाइए. लेकिन बचाव तभी आएगा जब अटैक या फिर जो एक्ट है जिसके खिलाफ तुम एक्सरसाइज करने लगे अपना सेल्फ डिफेंस, वो अनलॉफुल था. अगर कोई अपनी लॉफुल पावर को एक्सरसाइज करके कुछ कर रहा है तो तुम सेल्फ डिफेंस यूज नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है? This is the first facet. Now, if without, then you can exercise. ठीक? Now, another thing is the defense that you are using can only be preventive, not punitive. What does that mean? Does anybody understand the meaning of punitive? Does anybody understand the meaning of punitive without warrant? There are certain offences in which the police officer can arrest without a warrant also. If he is arresting without a warrant and he is not lawfully entitled to do so, दो केसेस होते हैं, कॉग्निजेबल, नॉन कॉग्निजेबल. कॉग्निजेबल में वारंट के बिना भी अरेस्ट हो सकता है, नॉन कॉग्निजेबल में वारंट के बिना अरेस्ट नहीं हो सकता. तो अगर वो एक नॉन कॉग्निजेबल केस में वारंट के बिना अरेस्ट करने चल दिया है तो ये कस्टडी, ये अरेस्ट लॉफुल नहीं है. और जब कस्टडी अरेस्ट लॉफुल नहीं है तो फिर एक्ट भी लॉफुल नहीं है, और जब एक्ट लॉफुल नहीं है तो भाइयों और बहनों सेल्फ डिफेंस तो मिल ही गया, है ना? बहुत ही सिंपल है, लॉजिक, राइट? अब 99 says that your defense can only be preventive, cannot be punitive. Let's understand it through an example. ठीक है? Let's say that there was a man who was picking your pocket. Okay, he was picking your pocket. Or let's say that you, one fine day, you walk to your home. You walk to your home. You open the door, unlock it, and you see a man emptying your drawer. ठीक है? वो आराम से बिल्कुल इत्मीनान से हेडफोन लगा के तुम्हारे ड्रॉर को खाली कर रहा है अपने झोले में, सेंटा क्लॉज की तरह. Opposite Santa Claus. Instead of giving you stuff, he's taking stuff. Now you see him, you are shocked. He sees you, he is also shocked. You both lock your eyes, and then suddenly he drops everything and starts running. Right? He drops everything and starts running. Private defense says that another factor. Private defense starts when the attack starts. It ends when the attack ends. Now, if he was stealing and you stopped him while he was stealing, then you are exercising your self-defense. But as soon as he stops, drops everything and starts running away, the private defense is not applicable because the attack has ceased. वो भागने लगा, he starts running, but you, like a vigilante determined to punish thieves, run behind him. You run behind him. Okay, you run behind him, you catch him and you beat him black and blue. चोरी कैसे कर रहा था, चोरी कैसे कर रहा था, बता. और वो हाथ जोड़ के कह रहा, भैया नहीं करना चोरी, प्लीज छोड़ दो. पर तुम तुम्हारे ही जा रहे हो, तुम विजिलांटे बन गए हो तुम एकदम. ठीक है, तुम मारे ही जा रहे हो, उसको रुक ही नहीं रहे हो. If the arrest is incognizable, then we can take self-defense against police. No, your statement framing is absolutely wrong. Okay, if the arrest is unlawful, you can exercise self-defense. ठीक है? अब यहाँ पे वो तुमसे माफी मांगी, he's begging and pleading, please let me go, I won't steal again. But despite that, you just continuously beating him black and blue, you're not ready to stop, you will avenge the fact that he tried to steal at your place. Now, this defense is no longer punitive, preventive. Preventive is when you are preventing a harm to yourself. Okay, defense is applicable or defense is used to prevent an injury towards you. That is the function of defense. You exercise defense in order to prevent a harm that can happen to you, your property, or somebody else, or somebody else's property. But in the exercise of self-defense, you can only prevent the attack. You can only act in order to prevent the attack. As soon as you have prevented the attack, you cannot defend yourself any longer. If you continue defending yourself, after that, you're not preventing the attack. You're actually punishing the person. Ria? Next signal, yes. So you can only, like I said, Ria, just give me 1 second, sweetheart. Just 1 second. So if you continue attacking him or you continue defending yourself, even if he has stopped attacking, you are not preventing the attack, you are punishing the man. And your self-defense does not allow you to do that. ठीक है? As soon as the thief dropped everything and ran, your defense ended because he ran away. The attack stopped. Similarly, let's take another example. Let's say A was beating B with a lathi. I know, let me speak everything, then I'll translate everything. There is a student who doesn't understand Hindi. So I'll have to say everything in English first and then translate. Otherwise, it's unfair to him. Try to understand. Okay. So let's say A was beating B with a lathi. Now B, in order to prevent that attack, snatches the lathi. A is rendered without a weapon. He stops attacking. As soon as A stops attacking, B cannot defend. Now, if after snatching the lathi, he starts beating A, he is not preventing anything. He is punishing the man. He is committing a crime. Self-defense is not applicable. Okay. So, in simple terms, defense is available till the attack continues. As soon as the attack ends, defense also ends. Do you or do you not understand? Is there any doubt whatsoever? You have to let me know right now. This is applicable for ALET also, just by the way. ठीक है, समझ गए? प्राइवेट डिफेंस एक बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है, सब एग्जाम्स के लिए जरूरी है. एवरीबडी अंडरस्टूड? हिंदी में समझा देती हूँ मैं फिर से शॉर्ट में. अटैक डिफेंस तब तक है जब तक कि अटैक है. अटैक खत्म, डिफेंस खत्म. ए बी को डंडे से मार रहा था, लाठी से मार रहा था. ठीक है, बी ने लाठी छीन ली, ए रुक गया क्योंकि अब उसके पास कोई हथियार नहीं है. जैसे ही वो रुका, अटैक खत्म. अब जहां अटैक खत्म, बी का डिफेंस भी खत्म. अब इस अटैक के खत्म होने के बाद अगर बी मारने लगता है ए को, तो फिर वो डिफेंड नहीं कर रहा, फिर वो क्राइम कर रहा है. ठीक है, तो डिफेंस और अटैक साथ साथ चलते हैं. जब तक अटैक रहेगा तब तक डिफेंस रहेगा. अटैक खत्म, डिफेंस खत्म. एंड ऑफ स्टोरी. दिस इज द सेकंड facet. Now coming to the third one. Defense is directly proportional to the attack, which means that if somebody is attacking you with a piece of paper, you can defend yourself using something equivalent, which is paper or something less. If somebody attacks you with a piece of paper and you take a lathi to defend yourself, that is disproportional. You are defending yourself more than required. ठीक है? So defense has to be absolutely equivalent to the attack. जिस चीज से अटैक हो रहा है, उसी चीज को या उससे सिमिलर चीज को यूज करके तुम खुद को डिफेंड कर सकते हो. अगर किसी ने तुम्हें थप्पड़ मारा तो तुम जवाब थप्पड़ से ही दोगे। अगर तुमने थप्पड़ के अगेंस्ट बंदूक उठा ली तो यहाँ पे इक्वेशन अनइक्वल हो गई और आप अब सेल्फ डिफेंस के फ्रेमवर्क से बाहर आ गए। अब आपको सेल्फ डिफेंस नहीं मिलेगा। लेकिन अगर किसी ने तुम्हें थप्पड़ मारा और बदले में तुमने भी थप्पड़ मार दिया, बल्कि 2 बार दिए, तो तुम फ्रेमवर्क में हो, डिफेंस क्लेम कर सकते। No, mental trauma is not, we do not consider all that. Criminal jurisprudence is black and white. It's very binary. It is either there or not there. ठीक है, मेंटल ट्रॉमा में ऐसा हो जाता है कई बार. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, व्हाट यू आर सेइंग is understandable. Let's say that a woman was getting raped. Okay, अब उसने अपने आप को बचा लिया. She was able to save herself somehow, and she used a pistol. She shot the man, and the trauma still subsisted. She shot the man, and she continuously, how should I put it? I'm at a loss of words. She continued doing so. She continuously shot him, and she did it a number of times. से एक बार शूट कर दिया, वो मर गया, गिर गया, लेकिन वो शूट करती रही, लगातार चलाती रही पिस्टल, क्योंकि वो रेप का ट्रॉमा उसके दिमाग में था. यहाँ पे सिचुएशन अंडरस्टैंडेबल है, यहाँ पे समझी जा सकती है, लेकिन वो ट्रॉमा इस कदर होना चाहिए कि आपका अटैक जो था अपने आप को बचाने के लिए वो थोड़ा सा लंबा चला गया, क्योंकि उसका अटैक का ट्रॉमा सबसिस्ट कर रहा था. Whenever this happens, all of these factors are taken into consideration. Don't worry. What? Hansa? No, it's not medical insanity. It was a deep trauma. She can do it. It will be like, court will take it into consideration. Court will definitely understand it. Everybody clear? Any doubt whatsoever? Hansa, I don't understand your question. नीरज चोपड़ा जैवलिन थ्रो के साथ भाग रहा है और प्लेंटिव ट्रेन में है. क्यों भाग रहा है? वो ट्रेन के पीछे भाग रहा है क्या? Is he running behind the train or something? Is he chasing the train? How do I answer this doubt? Okay, got it? Does everybody understand? So these are the 3 facets. This is the framework. One has to stick inside. One has to stay within the framework of these 3 facets. If you cross over the boundary, you are done. You cannot claim self-defense. Very simple. Okay. So as you can see, the section limits exercise of the privilege or right of private defense to the degree of supreme need. It must not be more than what is vital for guarding animosity. The section separates the right of private defense into 2 sections. The initial section manages the right of private defense of the individual. Second part manages the defense of property. So right of private defense is defensive, not punitive. It is available not to the aggressors, it is available only to the victim. Again, now, if there is a free fight, like 2 people fighting in a boxing ring, then you cannot claim self-defense, you cannot claim anything. It was more like voluntary non-fit injurial. So if a person is in a free fight where both the parties willingly entered, or willingly, where both the parties are willingly fighting with each other, such as a professional sport or something, private defense cannot be claimed. Okay. Private defense is not available against lawful acts. I already told you that. Now, I think we have also established this. Okay. Now, another question is, what if you exceed the attack? Like I told you, the A and B example. A was hitting B with a lathi. B snatched the lathi. The attack has come to an end. Now B starts hitting A. What will be the status? will he be given a quantum of self-defense or will he be given no self-defense altogether? थोड़ा सा दिया जाएगा उसे, क्योंकि भाई एट द एंड ऑफ द डे वो कर तो अपने आप को डिफेंड ही रहा था, कि 10% सेल्फ डिफेंस दे देते हैं इस आदमी को. कैन दैट हैपन? व्हाट डू यू थिंक? एनीबॉडी? Sita is right. Nancy is also right. No, no. As soon as you exceed your defense, no. As soon as you are out of the framework that I just told you, the framework of these three ingredients, as soon as you're out of it, the defense ends, guys. You don't get any of it. Like I told you, it's pretty binary when it's come to criminal law. You either get a right or you don't get a right. It's no percentage, nothing whatsoever. You exceeded the framework, you're out. Not applicable whatsoever. Okay. Now let's say that you kill somebody while defending yourself. Can you do that? The answer to this question is yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Okay. In what situation? Section 100 comes into play. Section 100 comes into play. It tells you that there are certain situations, there are certain kind of attacks. Okay, there are about 7 kind of crimes against which, if those 7 crimes are happening to you, in those 7 kind of attacks, if you kill your attacker, law will not punish you. 7 attacks. Okay, section 100 provides for these attacks. Now, I would want you to write these attacks. The first one is murder. If somebody is trying to kill you, if somebody is trying to cause your death, if somebody is trying to murder you, and in order to save yourself, you kill him instead, law does not punish you first. But there is a catch. The assault or the apprehension of death should be reasonable. Okay? इसका मतलब है कि तुम्हें साफ साफ मौत नजर आ रही थी अपनी आंखों के सामने. You could see death dangling right in front of your eyes. And in order to save yourself from that approaching grim coming with a spear in his hand, I am ready to take you, or Yamraj coming on his buffalo, then only you can kill the person. If you just assume that the person would kill me, if it was a random apprehension for, let's say there's a goon trying to extort money from you, and he has threatened to kill you if you don't pay him the extortion money. Now, the threat is not evident. The threat is definitely there, but the threat is not enough to cause an apprehension that you will die. Okay, you will die. It doesn't happen like that. Exactly. Earth to me is copied my Insta handle. I'm coming to that. Don't worry. I'll cover everything. If I'm here, मैम आई है बता के जाएंगी, चिंता करने की बात ही नहीं. ठीक है, सब बता के जाऊंगी, सब प्राइवेट डिफेंस पूरा मैंने बताया ना, होशियार बना दूंगी मैं तुम्हें एट द एंड ऑफ द सेशन. कोई तुमसे कहेगा प्राइवेट डिफेंस बताओ, तुम पूरी थीसिस लिख दोगे उसके सब प्राइवेट डिफेंस. अरे मैं बताता हूँ, सब बता दोगे तुम, एकदम होशियार हो जाओगे, शक्तिमान हो जाओगे, राइट? So there has to be an imminent danger, there has to be an imminent threat of death right before your eyes. If there is any other situation, you cannot kill a person. Okay, so when we talk about killing somebody before he could kill you, we are talking about an actual apprehension or an imminent danger. Do or die situation, act or die, save or die. या तो बचा लो या मर जाओ. बिल्कुल ये सिचुएशन है, तब तुम दूसरे आदमी को मार दोगे अगर, तो सेक्शन 100 कहता है कि हम तुम्हें पनिश नहीं करेंगे. It is actually an instance of lawful homicide. Okay, section 100 actually lists out all the events in which the homicide will not be unlawful because the person is not getting punished for it. It is not culpable, it is lawful. Against you can save yourself against a robber also. Let me come to it. नहीं, यहाँ पे एक अलग चीज आ जाती है. Now, Alfea has pointed out a very relevant point. I need to come on that. Let's say that there was a threat on phone. The person, the goon, wants money from you and he threatened to kill you if you don't give him 2 crores or 3 crores. Now, defense is applicable only in a situation where you had no other option. That is also a facet. Okay, that is the fourth ingredient I sort of missed, but I'm telling it to you. So defense can only be exercised in a situation where you cannot, where you have no other option. So if you have another option, for example, taking help, calling police, calling somebody that can help you, then defense is over. Okay, so you can defend yourself only when you have no other help. तो अपने आप को तभी बचा सकते हो जब तुम्हें बचाने वाला और कोई नहीं है. अगर तुम पुलिस की मदद ले सकते हो या किसी भी और इंसान की मदद ले सकते हो जो तुम्हें उस अटैक से बचा सकता है, तो तुम मदद लो. खुद मत बन जाओ हीरो. You cannot become, you cannot take law in your hands. You cannot take law in your hands until and unless there is an absolute need to do so. If you can take help of lawful authorities, if you can resort to state aid, then you cannot defend yourself. So in a situation where a person is asking for extortion money, you do have time to resort to police. You can take their help because he is threatening you on phone. But if he is pointing a gun on your head, demanding money right there, then you can save yourself. अब अगर तुम पुलिस को लगाओगे फोन तो इतनी देर में तो वो चला देगा गोली. तो यहाँ पे तुम डिफेंड कर सकते हो अपने आप को, लेकिन फोन पे अगर क्या था तो पुलिस को फोन लगा. ठीक है. So one of the attack that I told you against which you can cause death of a person and you won't be punished is imminent danger or imminent threat of death. Apprehension, reasonable apprehension of death. Another situation, the second situation is reasonable apprehension of grievous hurt. You reasonably apprehend that you are going to be grievously hurt. Classic example, let's say you are studying, your mom gives you a glass of milk and she advises you or she tells you, orders you to finish it on time. Okay, don't let it cool down, finish it on time. I'm not going to reheat it. Strict instructions. Before you could pick it up, the glass drops, falls on the ground. There is milk and shattered glass everywhere on the floor. What do you think is going to happen? तुमने दूध का ग्लास नीचे गिरा दिया है. ठीक है, दूध का गिलास नीचे गिर गया, पूरी जमीन पे दूध और कांच के टुकड़े हैं. अभी तुम क्या सोचोगे, क्या करेंगी तुम्हारी मॉम? What is your mommy going to do? Everybody has a reasonable answer. Everybody knows the imminent or the inevitable. Right? Everybody understands the inevitable. That mom is going to bash you up. She will definitely do that. Now the thing is that if you act in that situation, just give me a second, guys. Yeah. Flying chappal will come. Yeah, exactly. But then, of course, everybody knows that something bad is going to happen. हाँ, ये क्या किया तूने? और उड़ता हुआ बेलन आ रहा है और बिल्कुल कान पे लग रहा है, बहरे हो गए. Now, this is only an apprehension. Whether or not this would happen is still a probability. You are only assuming, right? अब तो मम्मी जान ले लेगी. You are only assuming it. It might happen, but there is an equal chance of that not happening, isn't it? So this is not a reasonable apprehension. But if you get surrounded by people with lethal weapons like spears and guns and hockey sticks, that is a reasonable apprehension that you are going to get bashed up. लोग तुम्हें घेर के खड़े हो गए हैं, हॉकी स्टिक से, हाथ में किसी की स्पीयर है, तुम्हें पता है कि भाई तुम्हें बहुत ज्यादा चोट लगने वाली है. ये है रीजनेबल एप्रीहेंशन. यहाँ पे तुम अपने आप को डिफेंड कर सकते हो. पुरानी सिचुएशन में तुम खुद को डिफेंड नहीं कर सकते. So if there is a reasonable apprehension of grievous hurt, then also you can kill the person who is about to grievously hurt you. That is the second situation. Got it? And everybody? ठीक? So the first situation in which a person could be killed in self-defense was death. Second is grievous hurt. Okay, sorry. Second is grievous is happening. Grievous hurt. Now third is rape. Okay, third is rape. If there's an assault done with an intention of committing rape, the person who's raping can be killed. Okay, यहाँ पे apprehension चलेगा सर. Apprehension of death, grievous hurt. But बाकी सब में एक assault जरूरी है. So if there is an assault committed with an intention of committing rape, the rapist can be killed. Again, if there is an assault committed with an intention to gratify an unnatural lust, okay, anything other than penile vaginal intercourse or anything other than an ordinary sexual intercourse is called an unnatural lust. So if an assault is done with an intention to gratify an unnatural lust, then the person or the attacker can be killed. These are 4, right? We have done 4: death, grievous hurt, rape, unnatural lust, gratification. Now the 5th one is if there is an apprehension that you are going to be wrongfully confined. Okay, if there is an assault committed, or you can reasonably apprehend that you are going to be wrongfully confined, you will be confined without legal authority and you have no scope of saving yourself. You would have no scope to save yourself or to escape the custody. Even then you can exercise right to self-defense to the extreme manner. If there is an assault committed with an intention to kidnap or abduct a person, even then you can, or the person can, exercise the self-defense. The last is if there is an attempt to throw acid or there is an act of throwing acid, the person who is throwing acid can be killed. This was added later on. Everybody understood? Acid attack. Right? So against acid attack, against kidnapping and abduction, against wrongful confinement, against in which you reasonably apprehend that there is no legal recourse or no help available, then you can exercise the right to self-defense, kill the person. Against rape, gratification of unnatural lust, death, and grievous hurt. These are the 7 instances in which even if you kill a person, you will not be held liable. In fact, your homicide will be deemed lawful. You have a doubt? Tell me. Tell me. What is it? What is the difference between battery and assault? I'll explain to you towards the end of the session. We also have a passage to do. We are doing the most important legal reasoning question. So we are yet to do the question. Right? So let's do the question first. फिर मैं समझा दूंगी. Everything towards the end. Now, अब ये तो हो गया body. You can save yourself against these attacks which happen to your body. Can you kill a person if he is attacking your property? Can the right to self-defense to save your property or self-defense of property extend to killing a person? Azad, it's my duty. Yes. And the relevant section of the provision is section 103. And this is your homework. Everybody read section 103, okay? That is your homework. And while you're at it, I would request you to read 105 also. Okay? Yes. Section 103 and section 105 of IPC is your homework. Don't read it from Indian Kanun. They give you a bare provision. Try to find out an interpretation. Pleaders.blog or something like that. It will help you better. Okay? But don't read too much of it. Just read. It will give you a good reading practice and a further clarification. Right. Now, in the state versus Chaturbhuj saying, the High Court said everything that I already told you. Okay, I've told you almost everything in relation to, will this crash course cover all topics? Are you asking me if it will be an exhaustive course? No. It will not cover each and every topic. Arey, we are going to do a passage. Come on. Where is the passage? Oh no. Okay, I made a mistake. I have forgot to include the passage. But I have explained to you the concepts. Can you solve the questions based on your understanding? Can you do it? I just told you, against kidnapping and abduction, you can kill a person. If you are getting kidnapped, you can kill your kidnapper in order to save yourself. Can you do the questions without a passage, guys? I have already explained to you everything. Okay, chalo, let's do it. It will be a challenge, but I hope you pass the challenge with flying colors. So yes, A stayed in a secluded house in the outskirts of village. One certain robbers attacked A's house. A brought out his AK-47. Seeing the rifle, the robbers started running away, but A shot two of them. He wants to claim private defense. Can he claim private defense? On YouTube, I cannot pull polls. The robbers started running away, but A shot two of them. Everybody says D. According to the concept, D is indeed the right answer. Yes. D is the right answer. As soon as the robbers run, the attack has come to an end. Attack has come to an end, but there is a catch. There is a catch. Yes, if he shot them while robbing, A can't claim private defense. The attack got stopped, but there is one thing. There is one thing. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me. Are you sure completely? I'm also sure. D is correct. Very good. Yes. इसमें जो आंसर दे रखा है वो गलत है. Everybody has understood the concept very well. So as long as the robbery continues, the defense continues. As soon as the robbery comes to an end, the defense also ends. So D is the correct answer. Very, very good. Moving on. C was an 18 years old, beautiful and charming girl. B was madly in love with C. Once when nobody was at home, B approached C and proposed to her. B blatantly rejected him. Shocked, aggrieved, perturbed by this rage, B tried to rape C. C, trying to escape and protect herself, shot B. B died instantly. Can C plead private defense? Remember guys, I gave you a homework 103 and 105. Do it. Can she claim private defense? Answer accordingly. No, there are options given. Let me see. No, the robbery won't come under self-defense. The robbery ended. You can defend yourself only till the robbery is continuing. Robbery is ended because the robbers ran away. So, no defense. Okay, so ear mocking. What's your name, but? And Hariom and Preeti and Vinayak and Alfia and everybody else says A is the correct answer. इतने अच्छे से समझ आएगा तुम्हें, हैं? मतलब बिल्कुल ही कमाल ही हो गए, क्रिस्टल क्लियर है, कमाल है निवेदिता मैम, आपने तो सब पढ़ा दिया. Yes, yes, A is the correct answer. Very good, people. Moving on. Can you imagine the level of confidence you have? You're solving the questions without a passage. कोई बात नहीं. It is my mistake. All right, Kumkum. Sorry, my bad. India-Pakistan cricket match. India lost the match cricket, and the cricket-loving village of Rosra was very sad by India's defeat. However, D started bursting crackers on Pakistan's victory. Oh my God, man! Big mistake. Entire village was enraged and came to burn down D's house. Now D, in order to defend himself, brought his air pistol and shot at some individuals and injured them. Can D be held liable for his act? Can D be held liable for this act? So Vinayak, Alfia, Ayush. See, it's not a real situation. It's a hypothesis. Nancy and Nancy. Upasna, Hariom, Shivam, Ayush. Everybody says C. He shall not be liable. Exactly. He shall not be liable. He was exercising his right to self-defense here. They were coming to burn his house for God's sake. Oh my God. Scary situation. Okay, we are not doing it because we did not have a passage. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session. The sessions are going to be similar. Okay, all the sessions that follow this one, the free crash course session, are going to be similar. We will be covering a very important topic. We would be giving you everything related to that topic, and then there would be a passage also relating to that topic to understand what have you gained. Based on that, you can also continue your preparation. Like in the topic, you can gather several things which I might tell you are important, so that you would have to study on your own, but we will try to cover as much as possible. This is YouTube. We are only allowed to cover a certain extent, not everything. But yes, this will also help you clarify some very important concepts. Now we are launching a test. We have launched a test series. You need to join the test series if you wish to do well. Practice through the tests is the best way to practice. You can continuously evaluate yourself. You can understand the level of your preparation, which is very, very important if you ask me personally. There's so many mocks, more than 9,000 practice questions. In fact, I'm not scared to say that if you do all the questions that are available to you, of course you can still join BYJU'S. Yeah, come on. No, it's Article 21. Freedom of choice. You can join, you can unjoin, attend, absent, whatever you want. Right? So this is that we are providing you so much in this test series that if you cover every question in the test series, you will get a rank. Okay, that much material is available on the portal. So please join the test series. It is available at a very reasonable amount to everybody who suffers from a financial constraint. Even you can afford it. Everybody can afford it. That's how reasonable it is. So please join it for your sake and for your, parents' sake who wish to see you in the best polish possible. Which book you should start for legal reasoning? Why don't you start with 11th, 12th for Indian polity NCRT? Start with that. Okay. 11th, 12th class, Indian political science or legal studies or whatever the name of the book is, NCRT, released by NCRT. Start with that. Let me know how much you understand. Then we'll discuss further. Okay. So that's it, guys. Do like this session. Nobody leaves without liking, or I'm not talking to you again. We are also conducting a marathon, a 6-hour marathon on 9th October, which will continue from 12 p.m. till 6 p.m. We'll be dealing with similar passages, similar questions. Do not miss the marathon. It is very rare that you get free questions available at your disposal with your faculty monitoring you. So do attend the marathon. Be there 9th October 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. My slot is 4 to 6. I'll be the last. Okay. So your question for mocks, right? For mocks. So yeah, what was your problem? Okay, guys, can we discuss this later on? I'm running out of time. We shall discuss everything, mocks related problems, everything in the next session. Do attend the marathon. This is the schedule. Everybody like the session. Follow us on Insta, Telegram. Join us on Facebook, and you can also download our app. Do not forget to comment on the session, share the session, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Bye, everyone. Take care and good night. Thank you so much.